Okay, I want to put desks along this wall the same way that I did in the 1 point. So I'm going to take this 3-foot line right here. Everything on this wall relates to vanishing point left. See how the ceiling goes to vanishing point left, the floor goes to vanishing point left, or vertical, straight up and down. So at 3 feet high, away from vanishing point left, I want to draw a line in there. That's going to be the height of my desks. I know I want the desks to go in between this 12 and the 6. I'm going to put one right here under this window. So I'm going to let this box right here be the shadow of the box on the wall. This is 3 feet, so I'm going to come a little less than that. I only want it to be 2 feet, right? So I'm going to make it a little narrower than that window. I'm going to say that's going to be my first desk. So now I've got the shadow on the wall. I can come away from right vanishing point and I can draw in from those legs into the room the footprint on the floor. That's going to be important. I'm just going to do that now because I'm going to need that for every desk that comes out in the row. This is going to be the line for the top of my desks right here. And then I want to come out in the room 3 feet. I know this is 6, so I want to go about half, and then I probably should push it back just a little bit because I'm in perspective and I want it to be kind of narrow. So I'm going to make myself a point. I'm going to draw towards left vanishing point from there and away from left vanishing point in there. I'm going to get a line right along here that's going to line up the feet of all of my desks. Now every line I'm making is either going to vanishing point left, vanishing point right, or vertical, straight up and down. So this is the box that my first desk will be shipped in, right there. It feels tiny, it feels really tall. But if I'm going to keep with this measuring device where I have 6 feet here, I'm going to have another desk here. I can draw that towards vanishing point left. Say my second row of desks is going to be here. If I bring this on out from 12 to 24, I want to take this and this, it looks like, and that's going to be my halfway point. It's going to give me 18. So I'm going to put a third row of desks that go here from 12 about this deep, I think. So now I'm drawing this line up and this line up to get my second desk in that row. From here I go towards vanishing point left. And I know some of you say that you can't see what's going on because you have so many lines in there, but the fact that I have all these lines going to vanishing point left in there keeps me honest. If I cross one of those lines, I know I'm not heading to vanishing point. So I'm going to erase out this corner because I want to show that desk. I want to come out here and I want to do a desk from right here. Vanishing point left. Out to about here, I think I decided. So there's my third desk right there. I can bring these lines across now to complete my grid at desk level. So if I come across here and project this out into the room and this out into the room, and I notice I'm not getting wider here, so I got a problem I got to be honest about. This is getting wider. I want to make sure the The rules of perspective are kept in this drawing, so I want it to be wider as it's closer to me here than it is back here. There's going to be that row of desks, and this row of desks is going to sit right here. So when I get my second desk going here against this window and coming back in this way, I want it to be a little longer than that one. I want it to hit the floor. This is my floor right here. So this is going to become my footprint line there. And this is going to become my desktop line for the next row of desks. So now see how this grid locks in. I've got a desk right here. That lines these two up. This should line those two up. This one should be right in here. And this one should be right in here, it looks like. This one right here already is getting a little bit small in there, so I feel like this needs to be brought out more this direction so that it feels like a 2 by 3 foot desk. It's going to be important for me to have a proportion and the details right out here. I also see that this line feels like it's longer than that line, so that means I'm not bringing this out completely true. So I want that to feel like it's getting narrower as it moves back towards vanishing point right, and that sets me up for this desk right here. This desk here. And the last one. Put another desk in here probably. Maybe just a little bit above that. Let's come out this way. Down to the floor. Where does it feel like 2 feet? This is going to be 3, so 2 is going to be something like that probably. So this grid of desks like the one in 1 point, I just bring this line over till it meets this line. This line over till it meets that line. I find the top of my desk. It looks a little short. I'm going to make it a little longer before I project it down. Because I'm sketching, I'm correcting as I go. I'm sort of making these guys, like this one looks a little bit square. I want to bring that a little longer too. They're not going to be in perfect alignment, but nor are they in the classroom, right? I'm getting quite a bit of distortion down here where this looks really long, and that's because my right vanishing point is so close in my drawing. All right, so I've got the boxes now. I've got one desk out at the front. At least once on this, I'm going to make sure that I get some good details drawn in. So I'm going to put the thickness of the tabletop. thickness of the legs. Going to vanishing point left and drawing a third line in there to show two sides. Vanishing point right, vanishing point left. There's a support beam here and here. There's a drawer about halfway across. Vanishing point right is what that relates to. That's going to go off to vanishing point left. The handle is going to sit that way. I'm going to put a ruler right here rather than erasing that line. Okay, I can put those kind of details in here. Make sure when you draw the stools out here that you're using this method to find the center and the height of the stool, and then move that away from vanishing point left. So here's my height, I think, and here's my foot. Now these are moving away from vanishing point left, and this is the center of the stool going to move off towards vanishing point right. But I'm going to go through this X now, and I'm going to draw a horizontal right here. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to draw a vertical. I'm going to draw a horizontal here again, because every ellipse that sits on a horizontal surface relates to a horizontal axis, right? If I put my horizontals this way, tilting towards vanishing point left or tilting towards vanishing point right, it's going to look like that stool is sliding around, and I don't want it to do that. Correcting my ellipses as I go. Understanding that the leg that attaches to the bottom of this ellipse is going to attach here to the bottom of this ellipse. The one that attaches out here at this corner is going to attach at the corner of that ellipse. This should come straight across and attach. I'm drawing the stools actually kind of in a one point the way I did the last one. I'm just going to go straight across the ellipse there and put a third leg suggestion in there. And draw the ring in like so. Then I can take this outside leg and I can project that towards right vanishing point, and this inside leg and project that towards right vanishing point. I can get these lined up where I want them to be. And I can say there's going to be an ellipse there, and there's going to be an ellipse here. And this is going to be a little bigger than that. This is a little smaller than that one. Large, medium, small. That's going to work. Get my vertical orientation. Get my seat height. I can go from the center of this seat back to get that seat height as well. Make sure I'm drawing another vertical. That's going to set myself up for a stool right here. Put little smiles at the bottom of each leg because they're round legs. And this is the foot of the next stool, and this is going to be the seat right there. I want my last stool to be a little smaller than the one before it. Get my center line here, correct my ellipse. And correct that ellipse so it looks a little better. I'm going to come in next week and shade this with markers, so all of these lines that you see here that might seem confusing will be ironed out once I get some shading in there. contours in where they're going to sit. All right, and then do that all up in pen so that you're ready next week to go into marker practice with this drawing.